Hi, this is SJ Talks to Life coming back at you with another video. This is off of Roadrunner 89 channel. I wanted to do my little analysis on should black this panel discussion that Cynthia G had. Should black women stop dating black men? Um, they had a panel. She had another panel discussion with. I can't seem to find the actual um panel discussion on here. The other YouTubers are covering it, but I can't seem to find it on here. And when I go to the Fox Soul YouTube channel, they don't show it. So I have a difficult time pulling it up. But this is off of Roadrunner 89, so channel that I'm just show you here the screenshot and give you my little analysis on this. They were talking about should black men or should black women stop dating black men, and there's I think that they should have balanced it out. I think that they should have had another black man on the panel. They only had one black man on the panel. I think they should have either had a white man on there or another black man. A white man would have to have a white man on there would have balanced it out real well. They had a white man on there that would have balanced it out well. Because it's four women and one black man. I think if they had added a white man to the panel, that would have give you know he could give his opinion. A white man that um is with a black woman or dates black women or is married to a black woman, that would have been a good extra person to add a little extra opinion. And he could have gave his input on what he thinks black women should do. So that would have been great if they had a white guy on there um, to kind of balance things out. But anyway, but yeah, Cynthia G, her whole mo is she thinks that she is not a divester. She says that she's not a divester, but she does believe that black women should expand their options. To consider dating other races of men. And she makes it very, very clear um, as to why she feels that way because well, she makes it very clear. I know a lot of black men have an issue with her because they think that because she comes across like she's bashing, but she states she do come with some receipts, and she makes it very clear as to why she feels that way. That she feels that black men should or black women should um consider dating other races of men, expand their options. Um and but the black lady in the far right corner, she um made a strong point about racism. I think she's pro black. The lady in the black lady in the far right, top far right, she's more pro black, and she talks about how racism and everything, if you go to the other side, then so she's more pro black. The lady in the middle believes in um expanding options. She said black women should definitely expand options, and the other lady, this other lady doesn't. She looks like she's the lady with the red top on. She looks like she's mixed, white. I guess she's biracial, but she looks has more European features, but I guess she's biracial. And then the black man, he he kind of changed his stance towards the end of the conversation. Um, as far as he talked a lot about racism and things like that, and um, but mainly, I mean, on this channel, they mainly talking about there was some good input, gave some good. I missed this live, but I was able to catch the replay, and they was talking about how um, um, the fact that black men, there's a lot of hatred towards black women, that black men have a lot of hatred, not all black men, but a good portion of black men have a lot of hatred towards black women, and how the black woman, has to carry everything on her shoulders. She gets blamed for everything that happens in the black community. And they talked about how statistically black men date out more than black women do, and how when black women do marry white men, their marriages are more successful. So they discuss things like that. Um, but um, I stated, and this other lady in the red also stated too, and I've stated before as well, is that when you crunch the numbers, um, when black women, we outnumber black men by 2 million. We outnumber black men by 2 million, and then um when you take out, she didn't break it down like that, but I break it down more further. There's a certain percentage of black men that are incarcerated. A certain percentage of them, a good percentage of them, are dating and marrying other races of women. And then you have a percentage of black men that are just not marriageable. They're not marriageable for whatever reasons. And then you have a percentage of black men um, um, that are gay. Um, I like to break it down even further. I mean, a large percentage of black men that are gay, and well, if they're gay, then they obviously don't want a woman. So that just eliminates them altogether. So after you take all those factors out, you have a very small pool of marriageable black men, and then you have to take into the consideration of the fact that that small pool that's marriageable, do they even want to marry a black woman? So you got to take in consideration of that fact as well. So and I think that's a big reason why black women's marital rates are so low, because I was going to talk about this in another video. Black men like to say it's because of our attitudes. It's because they try to say it's because we're not marriageable, and that's the reason why our marriage rates are low, and that's not true. It has a lot to do with those factors that I just stated, because there's a lots and lots of marriageable black women out there. It's just that we outnumber black men by 2 million. And then when you factor in those other things, it's only a small pool of marriageable black men that want to get married, and that want to get married to a black woman that's available. And that's just reality. So and that's reason why our marital rates are so low. And black women, we are so loyal. Uh, and then that's black women and black men debate that back and forth. But the fact is that black women are way more loyal to black men than black men have ever been to us. Black women, we are loyal to a fault. We're loyal to a fault. A lot of black women are very loyal. A lot of black women wants to marry, desires to marry within the race, but realistically, there's going to be a lot of black women. If a black woman just want to marry a black man, realistically, it's going to be a high percentage of black women that just won't marry. That just won't marry if she's just looking to marry a black man. So if a black woman if she really, really wants to get married, particularly if she wants to start a family and she doesn't want to be a single parent, she wants to raise a child in a two-parent home, then the best thing to do is to expand your options. Not just the white men, but other races of men, because other races of men are interested in black women. And I think that when black women expand their options, they're when you expand your options to other races of men, then your chances of getting married are going to increase. It's just I mean, it's just common sense. I see, because you're gonna have a larger pool of men to choose from. And Roadrunner 89, he's married to a black woman, and he's a strong advocate on here um, about black women expanding their options. And there are more and more white men that are interested in being in relationships and marriages with black women. But what black men like us to believe, they want to tell us that, oh, white men don't want y'all and all this kind of stuff because they don't want us to marry out. They say that because they don't want us to marry out. But my thought is this: y'all can't. How is it that they can think that they can speak for white men? They can't speak for white men. But there's a lot of white men that are starting to come forth, and they're starting to say, "Hey, I wanna marry a black woman." And he's Roadrunner 89. He's been married to a black woman for 30 years, and he's a strong advocate. I mean, this his whole channel is basically, he talks about how black women should expand their options. They really make some really excellent points on here, and a lot of the other black ladies that tune in, they have divested. Um, Now, divestors is the difference between black women that expand their options and divestors. Divestors don't want nothing to do with black men at all. They're completely taking black men out of their dating pool altogether, and they're just going to consider other races of men. They're not going to marry a black man. They don't want to marry a black man. They don't want to procreate with a black man. And like I said, Cynthia G is a strong advocate of black women not procreating with black men or not giving birth to black male children. And I can't get on board with that abortion thing. But that's a divestor. A divestor don't want nothing to do with a black man, period. She's just totally washing her hands of black men. A black woman that's expanding her options, they're not eliminating black men out of their dating pool. They're just expanding it to other races of men in addition to black men. So if they meet a nice black man, a wonderful black man, then yes, then they'll consider him for a potential marriage candidate. But they're also expanding their options to other races of men that may potentially be a good husband. So they're not just narrowing their options down just to black men. They're expanding them, they're opening up their mind, and they're expanding them to other races of men as well. Basically, with Crystalline Crazelin, the Pink Pill, she has the Pink Pill channel. She is of the she is of the that mindset. She says, get the best man for the job. She's an advocate of getting the best man for the job. You get the best man for the job. And so that's the difference between being a divester and a black woman that's expanding options. So there is a difference. They're not one and the same. There is a difference. A divester don't want nothing to do with no black man. She don't want to marry no black man. She don't want to procreate with a black man. She's completely eliminating black men out of her dating pool altogether. She's not dating a black man. She'll date any other race of man but a black man. That's a divester. And sometimes divestment means that you're just rocking with yourself. It also means that you're just rocking with yourself. That's what I'm doing. I'm rocking with myself. I mean, if like I said, marriage is not completely off the table for me. I will never say never, but I think that when a woman is single, that's her time to get herself together and focus on herself and stuff like that. So that divestment can also mean that as well. So yeah, but this was an interesting conversation here. The lady in the middle, she's a strong advocate of not divesting but expanding options, and well, she's kind of neutral. The other lady, black lady on the right, is pro black, and the one in the red on the left is about expanding options. And the black man, he's more or less he talks about racism a lot, and the other lady talks about racism a lot. And that was a conversation too that was being had. The other black lady was making some of the points that with racism, because of racism is still very rampant and everything. And then she's talking about the issues that you would have if you did date white women, dated white men, and the issues because of racism is still very prevalent. So she made some interesting points too. They all had some good points, but all of them had some good points. I think this was a pretty productive uh, panel here. But like I said, it would have been nice for them to get a white man on the panel to kind of balance things out more. That would have been good. But yeah, I think that's what I think. I don't think that black women should stop dating black men altogether. I just think that they should just expand their options. If you're a black woman and you really want to get married, expand. It would probably be in your best interest to expand your options to possibly consider dating or marrying. If you want to get married, marry other races of men. And, consider other races of men, because I think that is the one of the main reasons why our marital rates is so low. Because, like I say, black women, we're loyal to a fault. And there's a lot of black men out here that are going around here hollering that they don't want us. They going out around here hollering they don't want us. And no, there are still some black men that do want us. But like I said, that's a very small pool of the black men that do want us. And so if we're not going to be into the man sharing thing or the polygamy thing, and then it's in the black woman's best interest to expand her options, not necessarily eliminating black men altogether, but just expand your options. I mean, either way, you still got to vet. You got to have the same standards for the other races of men that you would have for the black man, the same standards that you would have for that black man, you would have for other races of men. And of course, you still will have to vet, because you can find a bad man in any race. That there's bad men in any race. So you still got to vet. At the end of the day, a black woman still has to vet. No matter what race of the man is, you're still gonna have to vet, But I wouldn't say eliminate them altogether, but just expand your options. Don't just narrow them down to black men. Let me know if you caught this panel discussion here, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do you think that black women should stop dating black men, or do you think that they should expand their options? Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are and opinions are on that. And hit the like button, subscribe, share, and notification bell. And until the next video, be blessed.